All right, so I'm going to be having a discussion here with my friend William Castaneda. Say hello, William.
Hello?
You can catch his podcast on his channel, William Castaneda. What is the podcast called again?
Casa de Will.
Casa del Will. All right, very nice. So you could plug it more afterwards, but let's get into quickly the movie Joker. So you saw Joker, and I also saw Joker. We saw it differently at different times, but
Yeah.
so um,
Is this George's Corner?
no, this is George's Edge.
George's End.
George's Center. I don't know. We should all make a podcast and just like have it like positions of things, and then we all have our own podcast where we're recording all with our devices, and then it's all like
Cinematic Universe.
yeah,
Podcast.
it's crazy.
Okay.
These ideas. Okay. Anyway, so on to the Joker. Is there anything you quickly want to just start off by saying right off the bat about Joker?
Right off the bat.
Yeah. If not, then we could just dive into how you thought about the movie. And
I
specifics.
liked it.
Okay, you
I
like it.
like the movie.
All right.
I know it's very 50. I feel like it's 50-50 right now.
Really?
That's what I've been hearing. People don't like art. I mean, there's not someone I know that hates it.
Yeah, same here.
Just articles that people don't like it.
Yeah. I think those people are retards and are just doing it for the clicks because we haven't seen any good, bad criticisms. Or what I say like that? Good, bad ones? I mean, just good
Yeah,
criticisms.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are no good criticisms out there that I've seen.
I saw someone say like the movie didn't really have substance, and they were in.
Okay, I can see that.
It was slow in the beginning, and they never felt they never connected to Joker. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
This is an origin story, as most of these people know. So it's gonna be like entirely character development,
Yeah.
and I think they did it very well. And I remember my friend Grigor telling me he got the chills at this one part where he goes inside the the house of his neighbor or the apartment of his neighbor, the black lady, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" And it's this crucial point in the movie where you realize, oh, he just imagined this relationship with this woman, and so this entire time, none of that happened. It was all in his head.
Yeah.
So that was a really big moment, and a lot of it is, I wouldn't say it's the entire movie is dreamy like a David Lynch movie, but it's just more character development and all these scenes, just building on how you should know Joker, you know.
Yeah.
So how do you think about that approach to character development? Just all these scenes where it's just certain dialogues or just certain scenes that don't really mean much, but you see it.
It's important
Yeah,
to the story.
like when he's on the bus and he hands the card to the lady saying, "Oh, I have this mental problem." Like you don't have to see much of that because you already know he's mentally retarded. You think that approach is good, or should it have done?
I think I never thought they overdid it. I never. Some people said like yeah they kind of like just showed it in your face how they did it, like they weren't. It wasn't like it was too simplistic the way they did it. But I thought it was just the right amount. To be honest, I didn't think they made it easy to like understand or whatever. There was some points where it was like cliche, but I it was fine for me. I thought it was. I
Yeah.
thought it was good how it was.
Yeah, I loved it, and the entire movie it had you figuring out what was going on. It is is his father really that guy? Is this really this? And trying to connect certain points. And it's just a cool journey to see how he went from this, clown worker that has this mental disability up until the point of where he's on the, I would say the Tonight Show. I mean, they're trying to, mimic the Tonight Show. And I think Robert De Niro also was pretty good in the movie. He wasn't overdoing it.
That scene.
I think he was fine. But yeah, that scene where
That shit was crazy.
woo, I like that. That was sick. That's entirely possible for it to happen back then. They don't pat a guest down. He could have easily done that if he wanted
That shit
to.
was crazy, dude. Okay, here's my thoughts on Joker. I liked it. Okay.
Okay.
I liked it. I when I came out of it, I had like an idea of what I saw, and I was like confused because I'm like, this isn't. I don't feel right thinking this way, which it was like the side of like the Karens, where it's like I kind of do see the point of view that they're showing,
Mhm.
and then I started watching videos explaining to me why it wasn't that. Like people said like, oh, this movie's dangerous or whatever. People
Dangerous
would
is
say
like
that
in what way?
like it's gonna promote like violence
Oh,
and like
okay, yeah, yeah. I've
shooters,
heard
and
a lot about that.
I'm like, okay, I'm like, I kind of do see that point of view.
You can't get away with murdering three people on a subway. It's just not possible.
Yeah.
There are cameras everywhere. I
But-
mean, I don't even know what year that movie is supposed to take place in. What is it, like
Probably the 80s,
80s? I'd say early 80s, late 70s, something like that.
probably like 70s.
That's what I was thinking.
70s, yeah, 70s.
So, I mean, I don't know how long surveillance cameras date back, but either way,
No, it wasn't just that. It was just, because, well, I guess with the point, because people when in interviews they told Joaquin Phoenix, they asked him about it, like, what do you think people are gonna take about this movie? And he got angry and he said it's not the director's job to show morality. And I disagreed with him. Like I'm like, that's why I love movies. That's why, because I see perspective of different people and like different like how people see their point of views. So I don't believe I'm against him on that. But in the movie, you kind of do see the morality, because when I first came out of there, I like, since you're supposed to empathize with Joker, I empathize with Joker.
yeah,
So I saw his point of view,
yeah,
and the point of view was it's basically the point of view of like a mass shooter or a terrorist. So you get the point of view of this guy.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, you're stepping into the perspective of how a mass shooter would think, and you're showing people. And I guess if someone that kind of already has those ideas saw that movie, I guess that does make sense. Like, because at the end, he was so alone and no one cared about him. And at the end, after he did mass shootings and he killed people, then people loved him. At the end, they were like obeying him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's amazing. Like, he's amazing.
yeah,
And Joker was like finally happy. Like, this is what he has to do. And it kind of does over glorify like terrorist attacks or something.
right.
So I saw that, and that's what I thought. At the end, I was like, oh, like that's strange that they did that. Like, and people were saying like, oh, the movies have been doing that for a long time. Like, watch Taxi
Taxi
Driver,
Driver.
or like Kings of Comedy. Like, those movies are all about that. But like back then, like stuff like that didn't happen in the U.S. Like, this is a different culture now.
Right, big time.
Yeah, and before I even saw the movie, I thought, people die all the time in movies. John Wick, like all those other movies are super violent.
Right.
But this movie it's not about the violence in the movie. It was about the idea they were trying to show.
Yeah, there's no
That-
justice in this
yeah.
movie.
But then I started watching videos, and they were saying how the point wasn't to be on Joker's side. The point was to show how society treated him to make that. So it was kind of like a warning. It was like a warning to not you shouldn't treat like mentally ill people or people who like look how like this guy was treated, and because of all this he went the wrong side.
Right.
Like anarchy or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
So
I
I guess I
mean,
kind of get that.
yeah, it's very true.
But the thing is, I never felt like I should be seen in like me as a viewer never felt like I should be part of the society in that movie. Like I was always,
Oh, yeah, big
I'm
time.
Joker. Like I'm watching this movie as the like emotions for Joker. Because no one in the society in that movie like I felt relatable to.
Yeah, that's true.
But hearing stuff like thinking back, I'm like, oh, okay, like so they cut government bills, government tax for that mental place he was going to, and like he couldn't afford his medicine, and like people treated him like shit, I guess, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense, but like it was hard for me to see that. I'm not explaining.
Yeah, no, I think it makes sense. I mean, there's one thing I've heard where it's like, if someone is, they're delusional, you don't try to support them by saying, yes, those delusions are real because they think they see it. You have to show them reality or tell them about what's reality. And just the fact that you're comforting them by saying, oh yeah, just because you're seeing this means you're right, doesn't mean that it's good to say that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one point. I could probably relate to how they got Joker's character and they said, okay, since he's going through these mental issues, he it justifies for what he's going through and what he result of what he's doing.
Yeah.
But aside from the political view of that sort of buildup, one of the first things that I told my friends after we got out the movie, I said this is a really good way of showing a side of Joker where you say, okay, I want to be on Joker's side, so that if there's like a Joker versus Batman kind of movie, there's going to be a split audience on, okay, there are Joker fans and Batman fans coming to, not fans, but people that root for their heroine,
Yeah.
you know. So I think that was just a good way of framing him as, okay, this is a guy you can not look up to, but just someone you can root for in the next movie. Not always just Batman, because there wasn't really an origin Joker movie before. This is the first one, right?
Yeah.
So I think they did that well.
That was good.
Yeah.
Do you think he is like as good as Heath Ledger?
So as a Joker overall, no, but though just acting mentally deranged, I think he's the best one.
I think you're right about that.
Because
I think acting was good.
Yeah.
But how it was written, his character, like the story wise,
Mm-hmm.
Heath Ledger still pretty still lives up to. I think
Yeah.
they're pretty even. Like I don't know, it's pretty close.
I mean, we have to see, maybe next movie if he is going to be in the next movie, but
He wants to.
he wants to.
He
That would be
wants to
great.
do another one.
That would be great. So, okay. What was I going to say? So there's this beginning part of the movie where he's sitting on his locker bench, and the camera is slowly just like creeping up to him, and he's like sort of bent over, in front of his locker. And at first I'm like, oh wow, they got a double for this scene, because his back just looks so fucked up when he's like curled down like that. You could see his like spine really popping out, and his like even throughout the entire movie, his shoulders like were really like like hunching over. It was weird, he
Like his bones. Were
yeah. And I'm like, oh wait, that's Walking Phoenix. Like that's not a double.
Yeah, I think he lost 50 pounds. Right?
Yeah, they so many roles you have to get buff and all that stuff, but that was like wow, to also physically look retarded, that was good.
Yeah, look retarded as fuck. You should see the freaking how Christian Bale was in the what's that movie called? Like The Mechanist. He lost like, oh my god, so much weight. He was like basically anorexic.
Wow.
Christian Bale's the Batman from the last movie.
Oh, okay.
Dark Knight.
Right.
Yeah.
He had to slim down for that role. That's strange.
I think he was a junkie in that movie. So he lost
like in real life he was junkie.
no, in the movie.
Okay.
Like he lost one of the most. I think it is the most weight someone could lose for a film.
Oh, there's a certain limit. Like there are laws saying
I
that.
don't know about that. I don't think there's laws, but he just lost a lot of weight for that film.
Oh, you're saying he lost like the maximum amount of weight before you basically kill yourself.
Just in movie history, he.
Oh,
he's
okay.
He's lost the most amount of weight.
Right. Because I mean,
For
people could be, skinny as a bone, but they're fine.
Yeah. Skinny as a bone.
Yeah, I mean, their skin just touches their bone almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, before we get off topic, is there anything else about the Joker movie you wanna?
Okay, what are the things you didn't like?
Things I didn't like.
Or did you think it was a perfect movie? But Jill thought it was a perfect movie.
Perfect movie.
That's what he said. He said
Okay.
He said it was a masterpiece.
Right. Huh.
You know what my thing I didn't like?
What?
I wish they cut it off the ending before, like it shows him running with in the hospital, where it shows like the blood in his foot.
Yeah.
I thought that was so like. You could have ended it. You could have either ended it at the scene like where everyone's like yelling like for Joker or whatever. You could have ended it there, or you could have ended it when it's like when the therapist says, "What are you laughing at?" He says, "Oh, you wouldn't get it."
Yeah.
Like he could have ended it there, but then they made it like a silly, kind of like silly ending. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? You
You
could have
know,
ended it so
I
many different places.
I actually like the scene where he's like dancing on the stairs,
Uh
just like that low angle shot and the slow motion and like no audio.
huh.
I liked it. It just like it's like a victory, It's just like that kind of celebration. I really liked it. I don't know why. I don't think it ruined the movie for me. It was definitely a different tone. Like like the movie is so malicious.
Wait, I didn't know just the song they picked. Is it the song they picked?
What was the song they put?
Okay, this is the exact thing I said when I walked out of that theaters. This is the first thing that came to mind was, dude, I love that movie, but when he's going down the stairs, they pick like a soccer chant song.
Soccer chant.
It was like a soccer. It was like.
Oh really?
It was like. It was like I think it was like no, it was no, it wasn't ACDC.
No.
It was a song like that.
Oh
Where it
okay.
was just like the tone was so like dark.
Oh
And then
okay.
he's walking down the stairs in slow motion.
Yeah.
And it's like the randomness song choice. And then like 10 seconds after they changed the song to a more dark tone. I'm like, why did you pick that song going down the stairs? Like, I gotta find that fucking song.
So I thought of what my number one criticism has to be about that, and it has to be the makeup. Like I see like the makeup is trying to be like realistic, like it's just whatever makeup he has from doing the clown job, and it's not supposed to be like a professional makeup job.
Mm-hmm.
But still, if they had a professional makeup job like Heath Ledger's is the best. No one will ever have that great Joker look to them with that kind of makeup they put on him. But
He did his own makeup.
really,
Yeah, he did his own makeup.
wow, that is insane. Yeah, it's just like I can't believe they replaced Heath with Joaquin Phoenix. Like they could have at least put them in this movie.
Oh, he?
Yeah.
Did you see that Jared Leto was mad that they made a Joker film without him?
Honestly, why is he mad? Why is he mad?
Dude, he was. Oh my god, he was so bad.
What a retard.
Survival. Was it Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I was fine with that movie. I didn't hate it that much. Like it was more of like a sentimental thing. I was like leaving decathlon one day and class was canceled, so I just decided to go watch the movie, and I was like, fine. It was a nice day, and they played Paranoid, and I love that song. So overall, I had a good mood that day. But there's not much I remember about the movie being like good. So
I didn't like Suicide Squad.
really, okay,
No. Don't get me started on that movie.
yeah, all right.
I have like list.
But I have to say, the best movie of all time is Jack and Jill.
Probably, yeah. Robert, no, was it Al Pacino in that movie?
Al
Oh
Pacino.
my god. It was probably his greatest. Should have won an Oscar for that.
Oh my god. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. Um, all right, yeah, that's pretty much it. I like the movie. I loved it. I
I like
rated
it
it a
too.
10 out of 10. I think it was. Okay. I want to go with Partiel's approach by saying it's a perfect movie, but I think it was as good as it gets.
As good
I
as a movie
can't.
should be.
Yeah, and I can't really put my finger on what would make the movie better, but I'm pretty sure there are lots of things that would make that movie better.
Yeah.
And as for everything else in the world, but
It was directed really good. Good cinematography, good soundtrack.
yeah, and the gore was amazing.
Dude, there wasn't even that much like death scenes, but like every violent scene was like mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like so jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what made it so different watching it. Like I've seen movies that were way more violent, but this was something about it. Like the death scenes were way more like it would affect me more every time it would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Oh, also one funny thing, like I was telling this to Grigor, I was like, dude, I've heard that laugh before, and it was this one time, like Grigor was laughing at this one scene, and I was telling him like, dude, like you laughed in a certain way that I haven't heard in a while because that certain laugh, it's when you really, really are cracking up, and it was that scene where he murders his like ex coworker, and then like the midget is trying to like pass through, and the part where he's trying to reach for the lock, that's where we were all laughing our asses off. But Grigor was dying of laughter, and I was like, man, I haven't heard that laugh in a while because I remember we were playing GTA this one time, and this is like one of the funniest things ever, and I heard that specific kind of laugh that he did, and it just made it even way funnier. Just the fact that
You laugh like that?
Yeah, he laughed like that, and I wasn't laughing that hard, but I was starting to laugh more when I was hearing him laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Just something about hearing other people laugh makes you laugh more.
Yeah.
That's why they have
I
audiences.
was scared for that midget, dude. Dude, I'm like, oh, please don't kill this guy.
Yeah, he just murdered like one of the nicest people in the movie, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna kill you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you." To the midget. So
Wait, who killed nicest people?
like the big fat guy.
He wasn't nice.
I think he was nice. Wait, was he the guy that lended him the gun?
He was the guy that lended a gun and then,
Oh,
and then
okay.
snitched on him.
Okay. Well, I mean, just the fact that he went over to his house and saying, "Hey, like, look, like police have been coming around and asking about you, blah blah blah." So he's like letting him know at least.
No, he was a bad dude.
He was a bad dude, but why was okay? I mean, the whole premise of him going to his apartment was to warn him, like.
No. Okay, so he gave Joker the gun in the beginning, right?
Right.
He gave it to him and said, "Here, protect yourself." And then when he dropped the gun
In the hospital.
the boss told him, "Oh, like they're saying like." I already said, but the fat guy like said that he had brought a gun, like it was bad, and the guy said like he's the guy that gave it to me, but the boss said no. He said that you were trying to sell him a gun to him. To the fat guy.
Okay.
So and then he's like, Joker was like, what? Like why would he say that? And then like in the locker room, I think he was saying like I never sold you a gun. And he got mad at him, and Joker's like, yeah, he tried to sell me. He's trying to sell me a gun. He's like, oh, we're fucking lying.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, I forgot about that part.
When he came to the apartment, he said, "Hey, the police is looking for me, like asking about that gun. So if they come question you because they're questioning everybody, like because they're questioning other clowns, like don't mention that I gave you the gun, because he was by himself."
Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, "Oh, okay."
I was thinking about it the wrong way.
And then he got mad and killed him. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was brutal though.
Yeah, he killed him.
Yeah, just like right up the neck.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, that was. Surely was.
When he killed Robert De Niro, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Shot him in the head.
Man.
That line was kind of cheesy too, but it kind of like represented what the movie said. When he says, "What happens when you put a mentally ill?" I already said, "What happens when you put like a mentally ill loser, and the society doesn't care about him?" He says, "What you fucking deserve," and he fucking shoots him in the head. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
That's kind of like the moral of this message. The moral of the story. The moral of
to not put crazy people around insane people.
No, just like how society like treat everyone
like shit.
Nice. They don't like cause society fucked them up basically.
Yeah.
We live in a society.
Okay. Yeah. We live in a society. There's actually this one recent good meme. Joaquin Phoenix was on Jimmy Fallon, and Jimmy Fallon was like, I didn't see the interview, but the meme is like, when Joaquin Phoenix asks, "Oh, can I tell you another joke?" and it shows Jimmy Fallon just like make a straight face, like he's scared, and like, oh, like he's about to get shot.
You see that Eric Andre posted a picture?
That was good. That was good.
That was fucking funny.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, a couple of good memes out of it. I was thinking that there should be like a new meme where it uses the template of like just the midget like hiding in the corner when the fat guy got killed.
I just saw a meme where it said two of the best duos in history, and it showed a lock and it showed the midget. A lock and a midget.
Oh man, that's funny. All right. Well, I guess let's wrap it up. You want to plug anything?
Yeah, listen to Concert de Will on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. I haven't posted in a month.
Yeah, work has been in the way, huh? Because you used to record at midnight, like towards midnight. The podcast I was on, it was at like towards the night time.
It would just be whenever someone's free.
Okay.
Whenever this house is quiet.
Right.
So I have to time it, and I've been busy. I'm gonna post soon, because I was posting weekly back then. I was posting every Wednesday. I haven't posted in a month, and I'm still paying for that fucking subscription to post.
Oh, you have to post. You have to have a subscription for iTunes to post stuff.
For podcast, you have to pay for I don't know what it's called. I forgot the word, but you have to pay for something. There are free programs, But there's one I pay for. It's $10, not that much.
Okay.
But I get to post on Spotify, iTunes,
Right.
well anywhere basically. Anywhere you can stream, I just pay for that and I goes to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, I'll try to get my friend David on very, very soon.
Yeah, get them on.
And he actually said this is not a really off topic, but when we were at the movie, we were watching like all these like pre-show trailers,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them was Gemini Man. Ever heard of Gemini Man?
Will Smith.
Yeah. David was like, Jesus fucking Christ, I can't wait for Will Smith to die. I hate his face so much.
Dude, Gemini Man, dude. Oh my god, I got bad fucking reviews. It looked bad.
It looks bad.
When I saw the first teaser trailer, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
It's like they're trying to like I feel like they're trying to copy iRobot again. I don't know what they're trying to do with this movie.
There's review people that I listen to, and one of the main guys I listen to named Chris Stuckman, like he just talked so much shit about it. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Anyway, so that's our little anti-plug right there. We plugged Casa de Will and we anti-plugged Gemini Man. Do not watch Gemini Man.
It cost them $200 million to make, and they made 25 million in the first week box office. So that shit was a fucking, what's that called?
Box office poison.
I forgot the word.
Yeah, I don't know.
They did money back.
Yeah.
So F.
Yeah. Anyway, that wraps up this entire 26-minute long review of Joker. Yeah, and hope you guys liked it. Thanks for listening, not watching, but listening. And leave a like if you want, comment, dislike. You can, I don't know, just give me a chance, all right?